Welcome to week 10, day 1, and I'm feeling so good. As you can tell, like, look at this. Ridiculous. I've already got in my cardio this morning. It's currently 5:27. I really don't have that much time because I have a 6 a.m. and 7 a.m. virtual session before I start work at 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. So I have a very busy day. I weighed in this morning at, I do not be remembering, 194.7, which obviously, you guys know isn't my lowest, but it's also not that crazy either. I'm cool with that. It's up 0.7 from yesterday. Speaking of, so I did in fact have my stromboli. Remember I told you guys in the last vlog that I was going to make stromboli this week, and did. So obviously it's like very carb filled. Like I rolled the dough out, the dough gets thick, like it's essentially like eating pizza. Like I'm excited for this week. I have no idea like what I'm bringing, what I'm sharing. I have no idea of anything this week, but we're gonna make it shake. We're gonna get some more wins. Hopefully don't take too many L's. Wow, happy Friday. Week 10, there's only 2 more weeks left. Crazy to think about. I'm so proud of me for really committing to these 12 weeks. Also for documenting it, because it's not always easy to pick up the camera and show things, especially when you don't always feel like progress is happening. But to still pick up the camera and be transparent and show you guys a journey, I'm proud of myself for that. Thanks for hanging in here with me. I do think tomorrow I'm gonna weigh in. Ooh, I don't know where I'm gonna weigh in at tomorrow, because I told you Saturdays be the lowest. I don't know. I can't wait to see. Okay, let me stop chatting. Good morning. It is Saturday, which means what? I probably weighed in at a new low this morning, right? Well, let's talk about it real quick. So I did a bad thing last Thursday. So this past Thursday, y'all know I normally weigh in the morning. I did weigh in the morning, like I told y'all I did. But I also weighed in one more time after I got back from the gym. And I know I wasn't supposed to, but I was like, I feel so small. And so I weighed in, and I think it was at like 192.9 or something. And so I was like, oh my gosh, a new low. But like, does it count? Because it wasn't like my morning weight. So it doesn't count. So then it makes it difficult in my mind to process what is my low right now. But I'm gonna go based off of what my first weigh in the morning, because I don't normally weigh in multiple times throughout the day. Oh my goodness, I mentioned that in my last vlog, like that literally will give you so many inaccuracies. So technically, if we're going just based off of my normal morning weigh-in, this is still low. So this morning I weighed in at 193.1, which is down from the 194.7 yesterday. So this is what I was talking about last week, as far as like how waiting 2 hours to weigh in makes such a difference. At least for me, that's what it looks like based on the information. So 193.1. Yes, I have bench. Yay. Okay, this is going to be such a fun workout. I love this. Okay, yeah, I have all of those things today. Front squats, bench press, machine chest, lateral raises, tricep extensions, leg extensions, excuse me, lunges and or split squats. And again, it's not in that order. But that's all I have. So I'll be able to knock that out pretty quickly and then get in some steps afterwards. Hit my 10,000 steps yesterday. Well, got above it, but I hit my 10,000. Today I plan to do the same. I have an event to go to later to take photos at, which means I'm also going to be walking around, so that'll help me get closer to my step goal. Yeah, I'm about to go get me some breakfast after I got the shower. I'm thinking pancakes, bacon, turkey bacon, and some eggs really quickly, so I can be nice and fueled for these front squats, babes. Let's take a look at my core. Can y'all see the quads? I can't tell. Can y'all see my quads? I hope you guys have the best day. I shall see you tomorrow. Okay, it's the same morning. I'm just finally showered and dressed. I still need to cook, but I'm updating something on one of my clients' programming. So yesterday I mentioned 12 weeks, and that was before I got the feedback from week 9's video. So I will be extending it. I heard what the girlie said. The girlie said yes. I say yes. So we gonna say yes. The only thing is I booked a trip this week that is in May, but I actually think that's a good thing because it'll show how I like stay on track while I'm away and while I'm traveling. It's not necessarily like a vacation, it's just a quick trip. It's Sunday, week 10, day 3. I have deadlifts today, so I was like, I have salmon prepped and I have rice. So I just made me a little bit of salmon and rice to give me some type of energy and fuel. Post-workout, I will probably have pancakes, bacon, and eggs. Today's one of those days, well, I actually don't mind going to the gym today. It's just hard because of the rain, but I'm ready for it to be over already. Like I normally love deadlifts, but I don't even feel like it for real. I don't even feel like it, but I'm going to. I weighed in this morning, 193.2, so it's up 0.1 from yesterday. Still trying to figure out where the 192s are for real, and where the 191s, 190s, like where y'all at, you know? Y'all, the compliments started coming in. I mean, obviously I'm posting back on Instagram now. I took like a little break so I could really focus on my goals and not think about posting or anything. But like in person, the compliments, I'm like, you're like, oh friend, you look good. Oh friend, you slim thing. And you know, like me before, I'd be like, chill, like not too much. But now I'd be like, yeah, and it is. I do look good because I do. Like, why am I going to downplay that? Thank you, friend. Yes, I do. Thank you, girl. Thank you, because it's accurate. I told you I'm the most confident I've ever been in my life, and it's only up from here. It's only up. I'm owning it. I mean, I put in the work. Why can't I claim it? You know. Now, I'm not gonna be arrogant. Never that. Never arrogant. Okay, so this is probably something for the vlog, but I'm gonna do it here because I haven't even started a weekly vlog. And sorry if I hear like the washing machine going and stuff, but you can literally conquer anything. And specific to fitness, since this is the summer prep series, like I realized I was sitting over there minding my business, how I mind my business, and I was like, yo, I am really her. I just saw footage of myself. Yesterday I went to so I do photography like on the side as a hobby, and so I had an event yesterday. It was a fitness event. It's a bodybuilding event, and I was the photographer, and I just went and saw like 30 stories, and out of the 30 stories, maybe 20 of them had me in there at some point, because I'm moving around, I'm shaking and baking, I'm going from left to right, I'm trying to capture it all, right? I'm trying to capture all the ladies, all the men, I'm trying to get their angles, and the people got my angles. What angles? They got my angles. They got my angles. Oh my goodness! But when I saw my legs, I said, what? Like I've always, since I've really started like lifting and strength training, I do get compliments on my legs. But like for me to see it for myself right now, I'm like, oh my gosh, my legs look so freaking good. I'm saying all this to say, like, go after your goals. Really dive into them, really commit, really show up for yourself, I promise it's going to pay off. I promise it will. But you have to put in the work. To see curated or posed versions of myself on other people's stories, and for me to still be like, oh my gosh, I look so good. It's wild to me, because normally when people take like off guards of you, whether it's video or photo, it's like, what is this? Why would you ever post this? But I was intrigued. I was like, let me see me again. I'm going back, like repeating the whole story, because I want to see. I was shook. This has definitely been, although it's been a physical journey, it has been so much more than that on so many levels. And I've shared this in my blogs, but I just feel so confident. I feel so strong. I feel good. And I feel like these two things go hand in hand. And me and my friend Miriam were speaking about this yesterday. Like when you do strength training and you do work out, that correlates over to other parts of you. Like when you feel physically strong, you're able to be mentally strong, and maybe even like emotionally and spiritually. I mean, I guess it depends on the person, obviously, but like for me, it all goes together hand in hand. And definitely physical and mental, because like you have to push yourself. Some days you're not going to feel like training. Some days you're not going to feel like going the extra mile. Some days you're not going to feel like doing 2 more reps, but you get it done. And that makes you, I feel like, more mentally strong as a person too. I don't know. I just, if it's anything you take from this series or from this episode, do it for you. You deserve it. Do it for yourself. Like, show up for yourself. I promise it's so worth it. As many times as long as I've been on this journey, it's taken me to now to finally get it, which sucks. That's been what, like 7-8 years, but I'm just glad I finally get it. Like, the gym saved me. Training saved me. Strength training saved me on so many levels. It saved me. And speaking of strength training, my deadlifts went so well today. Like, I couldn't have asked for a better deadlift session. I mean, maybe the 345 I could have pulled that a little smoother, but just show up for yourself. That's all I ask. I know this is so random. This is weird. It's 2:56. And I'm finally eating that breakfast I told y'all about. Invest in yourself. Your health is worth it. Your mental is worth it. Like, it's so much more than just physical. And the sooner that you realize that, like, just working out or losing pounds or losing weight to go on a trip or for your birthday, it's not worth it. If you really make this a lifestyle, it becomes so much easier. So much easier. You don't have to worry about a trip coming up. You don't have to worry about a birthday coming up, because you're already fine. You just maintain it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to put that pressure on yourself if you make it a part of your daily life. I don't know. I just felt the need to come out here and say this. I'm going to go back to minding my business. Good morning. It's early. Well, not so much now. It's 4:20. So, not as... Okay, anyway. Good morning, y'all. Today is very much a cardio day. So, I'm about to go do that. I'm thinking 30 minutes on the Stairmaster, which should put me at around 300 calories. And then walk for hopefully 10 to 15 minutes for the additional 100 calories. So I'm at my 400 calorie goal. If I have time, then I'll also do core, because I really need to. I really want to. I did weigh in this morning at 139. 139 is crazy. 193.9. Yes, 193.9, which I'm fine with, especially because yesterday Mother Nature decided to do its thing, and I was very much taken back and surprised, because I said what? I'm so used to it being mid-month. I didn't realize it had kind of screwed it up to the beginning of the month. So yeah, I am on my cycle, and my stomach is somewhat bloated. Oh, speaking of like being on your cycle, so you guys know I've mentioned to you before that like I don't really get a lot of symptoms. Well, I'll get maybe like headaches, my boobs ache, bloated for sure, and the moodiness or irritability. But as far as like cravings and things, I don't really get that. I'm not down bad a lot. I can still pretty much do my normal routine when it comes to strength training and working out. But I want to talk about cravings, because I feel like that's something that sometimes can be like our downfall per se. Like, we're doing good, then our cycle comes and we're indulged with all of these cravings, right? I don't really have cravings as much as I used to. I do have, so I love chocolate. I love chocolate. I will eat chocolate until my stomach hurts. Like, I love chocolate. I've never been someone who like Skittles or like sweet things that weren't chocolate. I love chocolate. I could eat a chocolate on chocolate piece of cake with a chocolate cheesecake in there somewhere, with a brownie in there somewhere, with chocolate ice cream drizzled with chocolate fudge syrup. And I would love it. Like, I love chocolate. I need to make a point here. I love chocolate. That is my downfall. But my cycle is on, thankfully my protein shake is chocolate. It may not be the most amazing thing, but I think it helps keep my cravings at like a bay on the regular, because now I don't eat chocolate nearly as much as I used to, but I think it's because I have the protein shake that is chocolate. So it kind of like curbs my cravings for said chocolate. But then the other thing is, times where my cravings are bad, because sometimes they can be, and I will then give in. I will go to Cold Stone and get me I gotta have it sometimes. If I don't have control, I'm gonna get a gotta have it. If I don't have control, then I get a like it, love it. But I will get me a chocolate devotion, hold the chocolate chip, extra brownie, and I will enjoy myself and not feel bad about it. But I think it all comes down to being, what I was talking about, I think the other day, like, just if you're balanced, if you have a good, like if you eat in alignment with your goals most of the times, then when those things like cravings come about, or a random I gotta eat out situation or something, then you can just kind of do that without getting too far off track. So for me, I've just found a way to deal with mine, which is, I think the chocolate protein shakes help. I don't know if that's helpful at all, but that's how I deal with my cravings. If I can go without it, I will. If it's like, nah, like you gotta have this chocolate, or you just won't be okay, then I give in and I go have it. It is what it is. But I actually need to hurry up. It's 4:26 and I wanted to be at the gym at 4:30. So I have 4 minutes to get dressed and run over to my apartment gym to do cardio. So I'll see you guys maybe later today or maybe tomorrow. Good morning. Let me tell y'all how the joke is on me. The joke is on me. So y'all know how I be like, oh, my cycle not that bad. Oh, it don't stop me. Oh, da-da-da-da-da. Because normally that's what I think. Like, that's normally how I feel. And guess what happened this morning? I guess it was fed up with me talking about it won't much. And it was like, all right, well, watch this. And it drained my energy. Like, I was zapped with energy this morning. And maybe I do experience this regularly. But I think because now I'm documenting it, I'm paying more attention to how I feel. Like, we've talked about that. Like, that's part of this. Like, how do I feel during different parts of my life, or because of different variables? And normally I would have probably just like not paid attention to this. But this morning, one, it had already taken me like so much energy to get out of the bed, even though I had great sleep. I got up. I was like, all right, you got strength training today. You know, you always feel better once you get it done. Me and I was flat going, but when you get it done, you feel so much better. So I went, and when I tell y'all, I almost folded under the bar. I was on back squats this morning, almost folded. 245 felt like it felt more than like 315. Like it was so tough. I was like, oh my goodness, like it's really trying to fold me. So I was supposed to do bench press next, barbell bench. And I said, nope, I don't even trust myself. I need this bar. When I tell you I was dropping things, like I was delusional. I was like, my energy is low. And I was like, it has to be my cycle. Like, what else is it? So I opted for incline dumbbell bench. That felt like it was about to take me out. And I only had 45s. So then I just did other things that didn't require not a lot of work, but it was like more like accessories. I did lateral raises, I did tricep extensions, I did leg extensions, and I called it a day. But I said, I worked too hard to get out of this bed, drive all the way down here just to go home. So I walked for, I think it was like 50 minutes after I got done doing all that. So I'm currently at 6,500 steps already, which I'm, you know, happy about. I burned 518 calories, so I didn't reach my goal of 600, but y'all, I gave what I had. And that's all I can ask of myself. I gave what I had this morning. I tried. I really tried. But my cycle was like, yeah, nah. So maybe I am affected, and I didn't realize it until like I'm required to pay attention to it because I'm documenting things. I also weighed in this morning at 194 even, which it is what it is. I do feel like a little bloated right now, but y'all, yesterday morning, I'm gonna pop up the video or a picture on the screen because I was just like, that's me? Even now I go back and just stare and I'm like, this is me? I'm so proud of you, Jasma. And let me show y'all this comparison from week 1 and from yesterday. I put on the same pants. I'm the same shorts. I do have on different bras and tops, but look at the difference in 9.5 weeks of work. But I'm steady working. So yeah, I guess today's lesson is like, some days you don't have it, but give what you can. Like, I gave 100% of what I did have today, and I feel fine with that. It is what it is. I'm so proud of me. Yeah, I'm bloated still, and I hold most of my blood in my lower stomach, just like I do my fat. Yeah. Today, I don't know what today is. It's week 10 though, and we have a few more days, or 2 more days in this week. So I'm just trying to show up, give it what I got. Good morning, y'all. It is week 10, day 6. So I think tomorrow's day 7, so today has to be day 6. It is 4:17 a.m. and I actually should have already been dressed, of course. I do have cardio today, which consists, right now I think I'm just gonna do the Stairmaster. I had thought about running again, but y'all know I ain't no Forrest Gump, so no, not right now. I think down the line I'm gonna start running again, but right now I'm gonna read me a good book, do that Stairmaster for about 30 minutes. I did weigh in this morning at 193.1, which we're so close to a new low. I can't wait for us to actually hit 192 together, 191 together. Hopefully that'll be tomorrow morning. Maybe not. But I do want to show you guys really quickly just a physique, how I'm feeling. I'm not nearly as bloated as I have been earlier this week. And yeah, so let me show you. Am I tripping? Am I lying? I'm looking for the lie. I'm looking for the lie. I think my core looks really good. Okay, I'm going to take you guys over there with me. I'm just going to my leasing office. So yeah, let me hurry up. Okay, see y'all over there. Good morning. It is week 10, day 7. And this week is over. Like, it's donezo. That's crazy. Insane even. I actually haven't looked at this in quite a while. So let's see how many days until summer. Yo, 42 days. That's it. I remember when I was saying we got 90 days. I remember when I was saying we got what's the next one? 60 days. Now we have 42 days. And if you haven't gotten started, you still can. You can make a lot of progress with over the next 42 days. So it's never too late. It's never too late. Yes, I'm running behind. It's 4:47 a.m. I am literally taking my time. I've been taking pictures this morning. I've been taking videos. I'm just skedaddling along my way, just moseying along. Today is a real chill day at the gym. I have strength training, but I don't have any barbell work. Praise God. Praise God. I won't touch a barbell again until Saturday. That actually leads me to something I just wanted to mention. Just FYI, because you may or may not know this because social media, but you don't have to ever touch a barbell. It is not necessary to do anything with a barbell in order to, and this is for the general population, like in order to get stronger and or add muscle mass. You do not have to touch a barbell ever. That is so optional. If you notice, most bodybuilders don't do barbell work. It's a lot of machine work. Whereas powerlifters, they kind of gotta touch the barbell. Anyway, my whole point in saying this, if you are part of the general population and you feel like because you see so many people doing movements with a barbell, I don't want you to feel like you have to use it, especially if it's not comfortable, especially if it's not something you want to do. Also, the barbell is something that I feel like you have to earn the right to use because you are loading your spine, and it's not. And most barbell work is like, it's kind of complex. It's a lot more to think about. There's a lot more to risk than just simply using a kettlebell or a dumbbell, because in most of those cases you are in fact loading your spine. But that's neither here nor there. I just wanted to quickly mention that. Oh, I waited at a new low this morning. How could I forget? Silly me. Now, it's not a crazy new low, but it is 192.8. Unofficially, I got my lowest is 192.9, and officially my lowest is 193.1. So yay for progress. However, this evening I think I am going to fix either a pizza or another stromboli because I have stuff left over. I really don't want it to go bad. It's a lifting day for me, so I feel more encouraged and more inclined to have higher carbs. You guys know I slightly still carb cycle. So I think I'm going to have that this evening, which means tomorrow weighing maybe up. I'm not sure. Can't think too much into it. But yeah. I also wanted to touch a little bit on nutrition. I know I've given a few gems throughout the week, but it was something that happened and I was like, oh, I need to talk about this. I can't remember right now, and I'll probably come back later today and talk about it before I close out the vlog. But yeah, yo, week 10, day 7, it's a wrap. Tomorrow starts, well, it's not a wrap, I'm gonna come back later, but tomorrow starts week 11. Wow. I have indeed been eating my kale salads this week. I feel better. I don't know if it's a mental thing or what, but I feel better. Y'all, I don't know, am I ashy? I got to shower, but see, it's humid. Oh yeah, so I do want to circle back to this steps. I have been getting at least bare minimum 8,000 steps a day, and I'm loving it. It's not always easy, obviously, but if I'm intentional about it, then it actually kind of is easy. If that makes sense. Like, if I'm intentional, I can get it done. If I'm unintentional, it's like a drag and me trying to play catch up. I don't know. See you guys later. I don't know if this is about to be a late breakfast or an early lunch. All I know is I'm hungry. But then it reminded me of what I wanted to talk about. I had someone ask me a question on they asked it on Instagram, and I thought it was important for me to share it here. I've already talked about cravings a little bit this week and how I deal with those, especially when I'm on my cycle. Now, in regards to being in a caloric deficit, let's talk about that really quickly. There's actually 3 different ways to kind of get into a caloric deficit. The first one being you can decrease your calories below your maintenance calories by just consuming less food. You can also achieve this by increasing your physical activity, so it still puts you in a deficit. Or you can combine the two and do some of both so that you're still below your maintenance calories. Now, the issue is I think that a lot of people rush into this. And so let's just give an example here. Let's say these are numbers I'm just grabbing out of the air. Let's say that someone's maintenance calories is 2,000 calories per day. So if they didn't want to gain or lose weight, they would just consume 2,000 calories per day, based on how active they are. You have the option of decreasing your caloric intake. So that means you will only consume 1,500 calories a day to put you in a 500 calorie deficit, which equates to a pound a week if you were to do that every single day. So 3,500 calories. Another option would be to increase your physical activity by X amount of calories so that you're still in a deficit. You'll still eat 2,000 calories, but you're burning more calories per day. At least 500 calories more per day, if that makes sense. Or you can do some of both. You can be more active and you can lower your calories. So say you can bring your calories to 1,800 instead of 2,000, but then also make sure that the rest of the 500 is accounted for in your physical activity. So it's 3 different ways to kind of be in a caloric deficit. Now the issue is that a lot of people tend to move very quickly into caloric deficit. Because let's just say your maintenance calories, again, is 2,000 calories per day, but you've been eating, let's say 2,500 calories per day. So essentially you're in a surplus, which is nothing wrong with that. It has its time and it has its place. So let's just say you're eating, 2,500 calories a day. All of a sudden you switch gears, you're like, okay, I want to drop weight. I want to lean out. I want to be in a caloric deficit. So you're like, oh, you do the numbers, you run it. It's like, oh, I should be at 1,500 calories. So you're now taking your body from consuming 2,500 calories per day to 1,500 calories per day, which means you can end up being very, very hungry. You feel like you have no energy because your body takes time to process. So the question I got in my inbox was kind of like, how do you deal with being hungry in a caloric deficit? I don't experience being hungry in a caloric deficit, and I think the key to that is slowly maneuvering yourself into a caloric deficit instead of doing it instantaneously. So cut back, whether it's 150 calories per week, 200 calories per week, not per week, per day for like a week, and then the following week add on 50 or add on 100, and slowly bring the calories down so that once you get into the, say for instance your goal is just to like decrease your intake, once you get there your body isn't like stunned, like what's going on, like why we don't have enough energy. It's had time to acclimate to the decrease either in your food or the increase in your physical activity. I hope that made sense based on numbers, like explaining it that way. I hope that made sense. But yeah, I just kind of want to touch on that. I think that's the best way to kind of alleviate the whole like I'm hungry, because like you're in a caloric deficit, but you shouldn't be starving all day long. Like, but I thought that was important to break down or talk about, especially since someone asked. Yeah, actually I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the video up here. I want to eat so bad. I will see you guys tomorrow for the beginning of week 11.